What's up, y'all? It's your boy Carcino here, suited and booted. But what I could tell y'all is this, man. And I want everybody to understand this. Young rappers today, with all of this craziness that's going on, you got G Herbo, you got all of these different artists that are in the game that don't realize one thing: they are artists. You're an artist. And I made this live stream to inform these young kids, man. Y'all are destroying yourselves. The name of the game is, what about your kids and the kids that's coming after you? What are they gonna learn from you? How to grind, how to get it. Okay, you grind, you got it. Now what you gonna do with it? See, that's the part where they disconnect themselves. They feel they gotta go against what's the industry now and what the culture is. The youth has always done that. They've always rebelled against what was out there and then did their own thing. Or they saying, this is what's the streets right now. We all need guidance in something or some area of expertise. So, how could you just get in the live chat and not know what the topic about when the topic is the first thing that pops up when you click on the link to come in the live chat? They tell you what the title is. But no, it's all of the problems lie at the foot of these women. We've got to educate our children better. The men, we got to be there for our children. Broken households, disconnection of parenthood is at the root of all of these situations you're seeing right now. I just watched a video that was so alarming with young NBA young boy, his mother, and I guess it's a sister, and she in there cursing on her Instagram Live while her son is locked up. Why are you on Instagram Live and your son is locked up? 1. 2, she cussing at probably other kids in the stream who's saying she's a bad example as a parent, and she just proves everything and backs up everything they said when she F this and nah, cursing like a mad truck driver, and you hear a little baby crying in the background. I'm like, now you using this kind of language in front of little children, and you cursing all on the Instagram, and it's the ratchetness that backed up the whole statement of what they thought about NBA YoungBoy. It's like, okay, well, now we see why he came up the way he did. That was heart-wrenching to listen to. It shows us at our worst level. It's getting bad. It's already gotten bad, but it was getting bad, but now it's gotten bad. To the point where there's got to be everybody wants the record company to take onus. It's not the record company's fault. The record company's job is to make sure they pay you what they say they're going to pay you, take care of the events. If you die, okay, whatever, we move on to the next. They use you like batteries. That's the business. It's not the record company's job to babysit you. You know, and people, they get drunk off this idea because they seen somebody from the streets rap and do this, and they saying, well, if the record label didn't promote it then and push that kind of stuff out to the public, then these young kids wouldn't be influenced. No, if they had better parents at home, they wouldn't be influenced. I'm someone who believes in the core of parenting. The record company's gonna push out the ignorance if the ignorance is out there on the table to be promoted. See, we always want to put the blame on somebody else. Trump, him, this person, that person. It's the teachers. It's this person. No, it starts from home. It starts from home. I listen to NWA, Eazy-E, Ice Cube. I watch cop killing movies. I watch action movies. I've seen that done. I've seen people curse in the house. I have never disrespected my grandma or my mama. And when I walk around, it's with the utmost respect. Why? Because my household wasn't having it. I ain't finna yell and check my aunties. The household don't have it. There's an order, there's a structure. That is the way it goes down. Well, it's real simple. Do you want to be cools or you want to be fools? Now, all these guys going to jail, they haven't woke up and realized that this is the system of the plan. When you make it as an artist, why are you even in the streets? You're an artist now. Your job is to perform and make records. Well, ain't nobody to show everybody how much you can kill somebody or how many guns you got. Where did that lead you? Kodak Black, where does that lead him? Back in jail. But look at his environment. Lack of education, parents. Well, thank you. I'm glad you do. You can leave a donate in the super chat button too if you want. I know. It's just that what your parents was allowed. It doesn't mean if you single parent, you're going to be messed up. It's just a lot harder on that parent. You know, my mom, if she didn't have the support of my grandma parents to help raising me, I would have probably been like one of these NBA young boys or whatever in the streets all day. You know, because most of my friends, all of them didn't come up like me. On our block, mostly nobody on that block had their fathers at home. That's not a problem of the system. That's a product of men not being men. Once you have a child, your responsibility first is that child. Period. You want to make sure your child is okay. You want to make sure you are responsible. You have a part in his education and his growth. Because believe it or not, they learn anyway, with or without you. Now, what they learn is important. So the show goes on. So these young kids and young rappers are going to jail. Let the next guy that want to be influenced by NBA Youngboy and all these other guys, youngsters and all these guys, listen. You could be influenced by all of them. Every single one of them. Be influenced. But be influenced and learn something positive out of this. Don't go to jail. It ain't cool. It ain't hot to sell drugs. You hear me? You don't have to go to the NBA. You don't have to go to pro sports to have a career. If If you go to school, get your education, look at the jobs in engineering. Everybody's using rap because now that's like the easy way out. They're using it as a crutch. They're saying, well, I'm going to just use this as a crutch because I can smoke weed, I can just sit around, lay on my butt, and make beats all day. There's more to the record business than just going in there making records and songs. You got to understand that. If you keep going down the road you're going down, doing crimes and doing all this stupid stuff to try to impress a bunch of stupid people on the internet, then, like, man, they ain't gonna buy my records if I stop. No, if the record is good, then they will buy your records. You make good records, people will find them. I saw somebody get real upset at Jeezy. And I didn't like when Jeezy came out with the preacher whole thing, because I know what he was on. He was on, I'm finna try this new Reverend movement, because everybody was doing the Reverend thing and trying to come in all revving up. And I was like, what's up, CJ? Thanks, I need some gas money too. Yeah, but here's the problem. When you got a situation like how they had it, it's a lot different than anybody else's other situations. Because the way they had it, man, it was top notch. They had everything ready to go and on lock. Now I'm in a situation where it's entirely different, out of my hands, out of my control. So there's so limited things that you could do in these situations to help. And that's what Jeezy was trying to get over to people. And it's like, so I'm gonna just be a reverend, and I didn't have a lot of support, so he went back to trapping. Now it was like, okay, so you was just doing it for the money. You misled people for the money. He from Jeezy from like North Carolina, man. Nobody's really from Atlanta. It's hard to find a guy that's from the A, really. He's from like North Carolina somewhere. But the thing is, he went back to trap music. And it's like, dog, he was like, I'm gonna try to save him using the trap. I'm like, nah, you don't do it that way. Because now you misleading him. Now, at least T.I., when he flipped his script, he ain't flipped back to trap tip yet. But I don't believe nothing he do. I believe in a way he's phony. So, when you got the people that came before you, as your forefathers, and they sold you a lot of dreams and realities of drug life, and they didn't do anything they were supposed to do as far as protecting the culture. They came in and raped it and got all their money and got out. They just let the wolves come in and take over the companies, and now they promote all this garbage because they start doing it. Once you back something, it becomes popular, it becomes the thing to be done. So once they backed it, it became the thing to do. Once you saw rappers making more and more raunchier videos, exploiting women the way they did, it gave the green light for other people to make it more raunchier, more perverse, take it darker, take it deeper, take it more edgy. The whole business is corrupt. So that when you have a business that's built on corruption and it's just so dark and devious, Because the record labels now, you ain't dealing with little Angie who worked in the office who was making $34,000 a year. You know, trying to really help the artists. You're not dealing with guys who've been in the music business 30, 40 years and they got experience on how to promote, how to go to radio. Now with this internet phase in, you got to talk to Keith, who's only been here 3 years. He's only been doing music for 3, but he knows sound and production. But now he's been promoted to assistant A&R, and he knows really nothing about A&R, but he knows how to get people hot on the internet. When you're dealing with people like that in the business now, and they're sitting up there in professional seats where they never have any experience at the job whatsoever, then your company's in trouble because you have no direction. You don't know where it's gonna go. You don't know where it's gonna end. I don't like the park there. Park right outside. Right next to Mr. Massachusetts. So, on that note, it's your boy Carcino. I'm out of here. I'm going to be out on this date night thing for a while. So, I'll be home tonight. And if it ain't too late tomorrow, I did promise y'all that that DC Marvel video on my other channel. We'll get that done. But on the tonight, I will be addressing some stuff. I'm gone.